Hey everyone, today's video is going to be covering some of the hardware that I personally recommend running for the GTV app. So I'm going to go ahead and show you some specs of some of the either Fire Sticks, some of the Android boxes that I personally think would work the best as far as running smoothly without having to clear your cache a lot, or uh, pretty much be up to par with the app itself. So let's begin here. The first one I'm going to recommend is the Mi Box. Now there's two types of Mi Boxes out there. There's the Mi Box S and the normal Mi Box. The difference between them mainly is that the Mi Box S has the ability of giving you 4K content. So it's you can see here the specifications for the video would be 4K, meaning 3840 by 2160. To run the GTV app, normally you want to look at two things. Mainly is the RAM and the storage, and I'll tell you why. So the RAM, you want at least 2 gigabytes of RAM. As you can tell right here, it has 2 gigabytes of RAM, DDR3. Its storage is 8 gigabytes of RAM. Now, why is the storage important? The reason why I believe the storage is important is because you might have other apps running, like Netflix, YouTube, things like that. And you don't want to have it where you're barely hanging on with a megabyte of space left. You want to have a good amount of space so that the system can run smoothly. And with that means, the apps that you have installed, in this case, the GTV app. So that's the main thing I would focus on. If you're going to go ahead and buy your own box, make sure that the RAM is at least 2 gigabytes of DDR3, and obviously the storage is at least 8 gigabytes of space. You're also looking at the operating system, Android 8.1. You definitely want to run a device that's up to date, not running on an old firmware, because the applications, not just GTV, but YouTube or other applications, are not going to be compatible with it. All right, so the Mi Box S is pretty much the same thing. Here's how it looks. It's a very tiny box, very sleek. As you can tell, it's very portable. And that's his home menu right there. And there you go. So the other device that I would recommend, and obviously this is thinking about cost, you don't want to spend too much money. The Mi Box runs about, I think it might be now $70 at Walmart. I'm not quite sure. Last time I checked, it was in the 70s. Maybe it might be 60 now. The other device is the Amazon Fire Stick. So you got your Fire Stick and you got your Fire TV. So what are the differences? So the Fire Stick obviously is going to be less money. It's going to be $40. But what you're looking at is, like I said, the memory. See how the Fire Stick runs on 1 gigabyte of RAM? You want at least 2 gigabytes of RAM. Will it run the GTV app? Yes, it will. But there will be some issues where sometimes when the cache is too full on your device, it will kick you back out to the main menu. So it will do that if you're not emptying the cache. If you don't know how to empty the cache, refer to the help area in the main menu. I have a video there that shows how to do it on a tablet. Pretty much the same concept on any device. So that's the Fire Stick, that's the Fire TV box. Now you're not gonna be, I wouldn't worry about the 4K. A lot of the content that's being, displayed on the GTV is not going to be 4K. It's going to be high definition. some of the channels are standard definition, but you're not going to get 4K as of yet. So keep that in mind when you're purchasing your equipment here. And the last box is, which I think one of the best boxes out there. It is a bit pricey. I believe it might be $300 to $400, but it does a lot. Not just displays, you know, the GTV as it should, but you can game on it, you can do other things, and that is called the NVIDIA Shield. Let me see if I can show you guys a picture, but let me just show you. It comes at 3 gigabytes of RAM, so it's the highest one. As you can tell here, you got your Apple TV at 512 megabytes, which is half of a gig, and you got the Fire TV at 2 gigabytes, and this Razer Forge TV 2 gigabytes. Then you got the NVIDIA Shield, which is at 3 gigabytes. Storage is 16. That's another thing to look at. Let's see if I can find a picture of you here. So it's actually gone down a lot, as you can tell here, the price. It's very sleek. It's a little bit bigger than the actual Mi box, but there you got it. And here's the comparison. Let me see, between the first and second generation Amazon Fire TV. Once again, it still has the same concept, 2 gigabytes, and that's what your mainly focus should be on, the memory and the internal storage. Obviously, the GPU and the CPU are very important as well, but you know, Mi box has it, is up to par. Fire Stick's up to par. The only thing I don't like about the Fire Stick is it only has 1 gigabyte of RAM storage. So that said, you got the equipment list here, what I think it should be the best for the GTV app. If you have any questions, let me know. Just click on the Contact Us section in the home menu. And if you want to learn more about other things, don't forget to click on the Help area section on the main menu. And until then, it was nice making this video for you guys. Pretty much it. All right, take care. Have a good day.